I swear to you, when people know that they have the opportunity to get highlighted or to teach or to lead amongst someone else's community, I believe they're more drawn to that community. And maybe you think you're too small. You're never too small. That's how you grow. That's the power of a platform.
And we're back
with another episode of He Said, She Said.
All right, babe, kick us off with a Glōci tip.
Glōci tip. Well, I have been hearing from a lot of people that they are doing what we do, and that is to stop their cravings at the end of the night and have it as something that's sweet. They use it as their dessert.
No, the last night I made a limoncello. I was literally, what were we watching? Emily in Paris?
Yep.
And they had limoncello on there. And I was like, wait, I want that. And we didn't have any, obviously. And I'm trying to be really healthy and not drink and do all those things right now. So I'm like, I'm going to go make a double Glōci. That's the perks of having all the Glōci in the house.
Shake it like a martini.
Over rocks, made it super crazy cold, put it in a glass. And it was the best thing ever.
So good, you guys. And of course, then you can wake up feeling lighter. And it's so funny. Our friend, Keisha, had just texted me. She's like, I swear to God, this is helping me poop. So thanks, Keisha.
Oh my God. I love it. Well, probably because it has what? Magnesium in it?
Yes, totally.
Is that what it is? Is that what gets you going?
Yes, that's what gets us going.
You guys, all you have to do is go to getglōci.com. and use coupon code HAPPY at checkout to get 25% off. That is a special gift to you guys, the listeners, your first time using Glōci. So go to getglōci.com. That's GLOCI. Use coupon code HAPPY to get 25% off. Okay, so we're talking about the power of a platform. And just like how that literally creates community for you when you have a really powerful platform. And we are big believers that if you're trying to do anything big, or if you really want to do what you're trying to do easier, then you need your own platform. So what do I mean by a platform? Let's start with that. This podcast is a platform. Lori's podcast, when she interviews people, is a platform. If you had a YouTube channel that has a lot of, activity on it, that's a platform. If you have a large social media page, that's a platform. A platform is anywhere that you can create a container or a stage and then lift other people up on it. And the reason why it's so powerful is it creates reciprocity. It creates relationship capital. Matter of fact, I hate putting people in categories. I don't know how else to say it. So I'm just going to kind of say like the way you guys would probably say it. Some of our biggest friends, right? Like you see us with celebrities or you see us with big influencers or whatever it might be. We just met them first on having them on our shows on a platform. And when you go deep with somebody for an hour, talking about their life and their traumas and their stories and their wins, all of a sudden you kind of start to form a bond with a lot of them. And that bond turns into, we should get lunch sometime. That lunch sometime turns into, come to my party. And then before you know it, you're friends. Now, that's not the only reason to have a platform. The point of that story is to show you that when you have a platform to lift other people up, then that helps you connect because reciprocity kicks in.
And I want to remind you guys, my platforms started really small. It started because I had a one-on-one training studio that we had remodeled. It wasn't anything crazy fancy. And I started putting different workouts together for people, like group workouts or group trainings. And then when I also started helping train people for stage competitions. And some of the things that I would do there is you just start highlighting people. You start calling people out or have them teach little things or have them help do a warm up or put them in the spotlight somehow. And that's really how I believe a lot of my platforms have grown. Chris, even when I had the Bliss Project, one of the main pieces of the Bliss Project at that event that I had was I would have people submit talks so that they would have a little mini talk, 3 to 5 minutes.
I remember.
In front of an audience of 200 and then 300 and then 500 as we grew. And what happens is people are really drawn to communities where they know they have room to grow in the community. So whether you're starting small and you create a way to highlight people, maybe you put together some dinners or a group workout, or you put together like a weekend of empowering women and there's 5 women there, 10 women there, 20 women there. Maybe you highlight people in those groups. And I swear to you, when people know that they have the opportunity to get highlighted or to teach or to lead amongst someone else's community, I believe they're more drawn to that community. And, thinking back to, I was a part of a group called Kathy Savage Fitness in the very beginning before I even had a platform. And she had an online fitness community where she highlighted women. So if you were kind of like a rising star, or you did well in the community, or you took the lead in the community, or whatever that looked like, she would highlight you. And I remember that being one of the biggest deals of my life, is coming through on one of the emails where she highlighted me. And I remember feeling so special and so seen that was a moment where I realized we have to do this for other people. And if you don't do that yet, because maybe you think you're too small, you're never too small. That's how you grow. That's the power of a platform.
I taught into somebody else's group yesterday, somebody else's mastermind online. And it's awesome, great group, like 80 people on there, whatever. One of the guys asked me a question. He's like, hey, I don't really have a lot of money to put together some big fancy platform, and I don't really have a big audience yet. He's like, what could I do to start creating this? And I told him, I said, it's as simple as think of a theme. Like, what are you good at? And in his case, he was good at the trades, right? So I'm like, okay, you're good at the trades. Why don't you start creating an online meeting every single week or every other week for tradesmen or for tradespeople? And you're going to teach a little something that's working for you on there. And then you're going to get other people to share ideas that's working for you on there. And before you know it, this is probably going to be the most popular place to come once a week or once every 2 weeks. Costs you literally nothing other than some of your time to share what's working for you as a tradesman, and for other people to say, well, here's what's working for me in Virginia. Here's what's working for me in Alabama. Here's what's working for me in Washington. And before you know it, everybody's getting better. And you created a platform that lifted other people up. And that thing will probably grow, like wildfire. So think about it. Workouts on the beach every weekend. That could be your platform. An online group. That could be your platform. Literally hosting meetups at your house. That could be a platform. Or building a YouTube channel, building a podcast, if you really want to go really large like that. Those are all platforms. We did it with our dinner series. So I don't know if you guys know this, but we've got this dinner series, which is really focused on high-level, advanced, fast networking. And we get together 3 times throughout the year. But what do we do in between? We get on a call where we have people from the dinner series do what we call teachbacks. It's freaking awesome. I love these things. For example, yesterday, matter of fact, go follow at Jim Carter and go follow at Christina.social. They were 2 of the dinner series members yesterday that did teachbacks. Jim taught AI, and in particular, he taught how to use Perplexity. And 90% of the people in there did not know what Perplexity was and do not use it. So their minds were blown. And their lives are changed now because of it. Christina taught how to use analytics on your Instagram to purposely manufacture viral videos. And it was freaking awesome. And their minds were blown. So what happened there? We had something as simple as an online platform and highlighted other people in the community to teach what they're good at. So it wasn't even Lori and I teaching. That's one of the keys to a good platform, by the way, when you're lifting other people up, is have them share their expertise. You don't know everything, nor should you be doing all the teaching. And so they shared it. Everybody loved it. We do this every single month. And it's just the community that it creates and the connections that it creates is massively valuable.
They got highlighted, and look, again, they get highlighted on the podcast. These are all things that, you can think about when you are starting a community, when you're joining a community, what to look for. Like, is there room to grow? Is there room for me to be able to help other people with what I do as well, and for other people to help me? So we're so grateful for you guys. We hope that this helps you when you're thinking about what you want to cultivate, and also know that you don't have to be at a certain place to start this. Everything that is big for me now has started with exactly what I told you. And I want you to remember, my podcast started with 0 listeners, You guys, 0 listeners. I am 8 years in, and I would start from 0 today. That's how important I believe having a platform is. I would start all over again.
By the way, when I gave a shout out to go follow Jim Carter, I just remembered it's at Cause Hacker because he cares about causes. So it's at Cause Hacker for Jim Carter. Hey guys, listen, if you want to come to the dinner series, we have our very last one of the year coming up. If you want to see one of the best examples of a beautiful, elegant platform, we basically throw like a wedding 3 times a year and then create these really amazing collisions, what we call comfortable collisions throughout the day and into the beautiful dinner that night. And if you guys want to come to the one in Laguna Beach in November, there's going to be like 10 seats available because it's a smaller, more beautiful venue. And, everybody from the other 2, they're all renewed. So because there's not going to be many seats available, we're going to be opening them up in about a week. So you better rush over, literally hit pause and rush over and text us the word dinner to 310-421-0416. Or you can just go to chrisharder.me /dinner to check it all out right there. So hit pause right now. Text us the word dinner to 310-421-0416. That'll put you on the early access list, so you'll have a shot at one of those 10 seats because they're going to probably go in minutes.
And we want to remind you, it is a day of networking followed by a stunning dinner. So you're getting a day to connect with everybody, have some incredible teachers, you guys. Chris and I also teach there. We connect you, we break you out, all the fun stuff, and then just a stunning dinner with more networking and just more. It's one of the most fun evenings you'll have. And this one especially is just going to be the best. It's in one of our favorite locations. So picture yourself with just the ocean and cliffs as a backdrop. It's insane. The photos are going to be so stunning. It is one of our absolute favorite places ever. So I cannot wait. I hope that you go and check it out.
All right, guys, hit stop. Text us the word dinner, the 310-421-0416. Thanks for listening. Love and appreciate you.